Okay, we are back, and right now, Jordan97 is going to run Pokemon Sword Tower of Two Fists, get Urshifu. So,
Yes, so name is Jordan97. If you want to introduce yourself, Garth.
Yeah, I'm Garfield Lightning. I've also ran this category, but on Pokemon Shield.
Yeah, the inferior version.
So, well, I'm sure we'll talk about that. But,
we'll talk about this a lot probably. But whoever's on timer, I'll count down from 3 and then I'll go. I'll press A to start the run. So 3, 2. Actually, I should have asked if you were ready, but 3, 2. Oh, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, yeah, a typical Jordan start. So just as at the beginning, we've got like a 3 minute, just 3 minutes of me mashing A and just getting through like all the typical Pokemon being stuff like welcome to the world, blah 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 blah. So like being shown characters we will just ignore throughout the whole run effectively. But yeah, so Garth, you want to just talk a bit about what I'm going to be doing?
So this category is basically the DLC category for, well, one of the DLC categories for this game. This DLC came out last summer, and yeah, it spawned quite a nice little short speedrunning category. You know, the main game is about 4 hours to finish. Well, only one person's gotten under 4 hours in the main game, so yeah, around that time anyway. And this category is, you know, a nice, comfortable 1.5 hours ish kind of thing. So it's quite nice actually. I quite like having a category like this that isn't a complete meme. You know, there's plenty of other meme categories that that people have done in this game.
Is a legitimate category. I don't know what you're on about.
Well, I mean, I have done Flex on Mum in the past. That's second place, yeah. Before the update ruined everything, but
yeah. So I guess just with the update, there's with actually the update that introduced this DLC, it introduced a good amount of lag when you open certain menus and between different loading zones. So, and something like maybe like an hour and a half, like the full 4 hour categories. Obviously for this, it makes no difference because it wasn't even a thing before then. So it's also, at least for me, it's a nice thing to think that there's no like past burdens, because there'll be times when I'm like, when you go into Motorstoke and you just wait in there for like, I think it's 5 seconds longer compared to before.
Really? Wow, okay.
Yeah. It's like 5 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Goodness me. I didn't realize it was that much, actually. But yeah, the early game starts pretty similarly in both of them. You just kind of get your starter, do some of the early game stuff.
It's a much slower beginning compared to some other Pokemon games. So we've actually got probably one of the most difficult menuing bits coming right up. So I'm just gonna walk over here and hope. Perfect. So just doing the options menu, and that's probably about as difficult, at least for most people will typically mess up, or like, I say mess up, it's like if you make a slight mistake, it's like 2 seconds lost. But you can definitely have some difficulty with the option menu if you start getting lost.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely reset at losing to the options boss, and the first cutscene's like, what is it like? I forget how long it is, like 2.5 minutes long or whatever. So
yeah, it's like 2 minutes 40 for when you can first do your first input, and then when you finally get off the sofa, it's like 3 minutes and 3 seconds on digital. If you can't tell, I've played this a lot. Sorry.
I feel like I should remember this because this was one of my splits for Flex on Mum, but it's been too long.
It has been too long.
Just want to butt in quick. I didn't see your inputs because your menuing was too fast, but remember you have to nickname the Sobble.
Yes, so we get the Sobble at around the 7-minute mark and can nickname it then. Because there's a very, well, not very high chance, but there's like a decent chance that I could be sitting here forever for ages, just having to reset for a runnable Sobble. You're just going to go for the one Sobble and then rename it in the Pokemon Center around the 17-minute mark. So that's why I've taken it off, and it's also technically just quicker.
I mean, you'll have to turn it on.
I'll have to turn it on
won't you?
later, yeah. But that's going to be all like around the hour mark. And...
Just don't forget.
Yeah,
I'll try and remind you if you don't remember.
Yeah, please remind me if I do forget. But yeah, for the Sobble, it's going to be named in the Pokemon Center. So I have a bit of extra time to please change the name from what it currently is.
Come on, guys, donate.
Come on,
you can save us.
Please donate.
As you can see, these two love CFIAS, so donate more to secure CFIA's lead now.
Please don't do that.
Or if you want to disappoint them, donate for Dampe, which is only $10 behind CFIA. So if you want to see these two sad, donate for Dampe.
Dampe,
not an accurate reflection of my feelings.
Yeah. I guess maybe for like a bit of context to what CFIAR is.
Please,
so
no, don't give them what they want. No.
It's only fair to give like a bit of context. So obviously everyone knows IAR for like the Twitch emo, but the CF is short for Candy Floss. Candy Floss is an in-game trade that you can get in the second gym city, Hulbrew, and it's a Cottony, which you can evolve into a Whimsicott, and it's basically the alternate route that's only like a couple of minutes slower at like optimal play.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like a meme of when you first hear it, but actually, it's a pretty legit route.
Yeah, I don't know like anything like base stats wise for Whimsicott, but the nature that it has and the individual values, the IVs that it has, are very beneficial for the run, and they're always set. So it's it's like the beginner run.
Yeah, it's a good beginner route because you don't have to worry about like doing different things based on different stats and stuff.
Yeah, but the better route is Sobble. The Sobble route. So this is actually what I'm doing right now is the same as the normal 90% run. You just pick Sobble and just go through this entire beginning section for like the first 30 minutes. It's identical. Yeah, it is identical. There's not even like minor things you can that you skip with some of the other runs you do. So like there's some runs that'll skip the rare candy because it's not needed. But
yeah, the water starter is pretty often used in Pokemon speedruns. Water's just generally a really good attacking type, and Sobble's got great special attack and great speed to use its water moves, so it works out really nicely.
Yeah, and the best thing is we are not picking Scorbunny.
I don't know. Scorbunny is like could have been alright, but it's just its special attack is just very low, so it's just not great when it starts with a special fire move and you've got to lug that around for the first bit of the game, which is what you do in Pokemon Shield before you do several main switches.
And well, actually, for like this beginning section as well, Grookey is the quickest, but after that point, it's sadly not as good. So
yeah, Grookey's pretty legit. It's just Grass is not a good attacking type at all.
Yeah. So into the first fight as well, fighting Hop, who is our quote-unquote rival for the main game. Ultimately, we're just going to be using Pound for this first Wooloo, and I'm going to quickly check the special attack and the defense, just to see whether this is actually... okay, this could be runnable.
It'll be fine.
It depends. We need ideally you need a +2 on the next level up for the special attack. The defense should be good enough. That was 9 into 9. So I think it's either a low neutral or a high negative natured. High negative natured defense. Alright, technically not renewable, so I'll switch to the other Sobble for safety. Sorry to disappoint you, Garth, with my million backup files that I have.
Very disappointed.
This run does have a few sections where you can be stuck for a very long time, so I've got a few backup files just in case we need them. Hopefully we won't, outside the Sobble one, which we will be switching to. Once I get to the Pokemon Center, I'll do this route as normal until there.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious where you need this special attack, because in Shield I just kind of took. I just took like what was it? What did I take? I can't even remember. It was 14 special attack at level 6. Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, you need like 15 plus neutral guarantees the Slowbro in the like the Dynamax.
Oh, I see.
Slowbro.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's that safety, and then there's like a few other ranges.
So what you're saying is, if you took this Sobble in Pokemon Shield, it would have been fine. There you go. Basically admitting that Shield is the superior version for this category.
I mean, technically this could be runnable, but it's just I wouldn't be able to check before.
Then prove it. Prove it by taking this Sobble, you coward.
No, I'm a coward. I'm a full-on coward, and I will happily swap to the... I don't even think the special attack's particularly much better. It's definitely better than this, but...
Dang, I can't even goad this man.
So yeah, there's a bit of a slow section here right now, so if you have any like messages that you want to bring up.
Yeah, so we have a $50 donation from Logic saying, "Thank you all for having me, and I'm super excited to see the upcoming runs. Got some bangers, so really pumped to watch the runners and commentators make it insane. Do you know how you can make this insane, Jordan? By running this Sobble." So I think you should
there
do
you
it.
go.
I think
Come
you should
on.
do it. Give the people what they want, and the people want this.
By the people,
The
you mean me.
issue is, it's a very, very small chance that this is runnable. And I don't think I'd find out until level 10, which is like well past when I can swap.
Just get the range. Look, you have a save. You have a save after Clara anyway, so who cares, right?
I do. It's also gonna be like a worse on Nyx, but no, okay, fine. We'll take this. Sobble.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We're keeping the run legit.
I mean, no, he'll end up swapping over because it will end up being a terrible Sobble.
No,
Let me
it'll
tell
be
you.
fine. Believe. Look, just
I am a
believe, alright?
Pokemon speedrunner. I have to not believe.
Come on. You haven't run it long enough for you to be this jaded, for goodness sake.
That's probably fair in comparison to like a lot of other runners. It also doesn't have actually haven't been inputting the stats for this, so but it should be fine. I like the stats are only good for a guide, which so a lot of so it should explain like the IV calculator. There's another runner who is great. He made the sword any percent route called Wartab. He also made this IV calculator so we could input the stats on level up, and it's just so we can know what strats or like what ranges we want to go for and stuff like that. So it'll narrow down the individual values. Which, Garth, if you want to actually explain individual values.
Yeah, so every stat has what's called an individual value from 0 to 31 that basically just tells you how good that stat is relative to other Pokemon of that species. So, just higher numbers are better generally. And if you know your IV, it just saves you from having to check what your stat is at each level up, because you can kind of just see from the pattern of how the stats have grown over the levels what your IVs are, and then you can just know what your stat is going to be at any given level.
Yeah, there's also like another stat that goes into calculating what your actual your stat values are called I just call them EVs, but
Yeah, they're called
effort values.
Effort values, yeah.
Yeah.
They're based on what Pokemon you fight throughout the run.
Yeah.
They give each Pokemon you fight or catch or whatever you get, whenever you gain the experience, basically gives you that gives you a certain number of effort values, and those influence how your stats grow a little bit. It matters more in longer runs, but
yeah.
But
in this run, it actually makes zero difference. Also, hopefully this Wooloo is level 5 or 6, but finding Wooloo is very, very good, no matter what, unless it's level 3.
Well, I mean, even then, it's better. Even then, this is better than finding, than not finding a Wooloo at all on this route. Wooloo gives way more experience when you catch it than anything else on this route.
Yeah, though I would like to point out, I think it's a level 5 or level 6 squad. It actually gives more experience than a level 3 Wooloo, which is. But anyway, all that matters is it's not a level 3 Squavit, because that is the worst that you would take. It doesn't even get you up a level to level 9 for a fight coming up, or coming up, but in the bit. So, also this is Leon, who he's the champion of the region. We saw him earlier when we went to the train station. Again, we don't see him much in this run because we just don't follow the main story
we just ignore the story. Gyms, what are those?
Yeah,
we'll just go on our island holiday. Be great.
Yeah, all these characters we are seeing right now, they're going to be gone after the 45-minute mark, and we will have forgotten about them. So don't get attached. But yeah, this is Sonia again. Don't get attached, but who is the granddaughter of the professor of the region. She basically will pop up in the main story every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, I would say don't get attached to Magnolia, but you hardly ever see her in the story anyway.
Yeah,
so it's doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, I don't think you can get attached really to Magnolia. You see her that little.
You see her once more later on, I think.
How much time do you have until the Sobble naming?
As soon as I enter the Pokemon Center, we'll say that's it.
Yeah, it's not very long at all.
Yeah, maybe
unfortunately.
Also, this guy just randomly gives us potions, which you think it'd be helpful, but it's not, because we just end up needing to buy potions anyway. So really, it's just a waste of time. However, that rare candy that we pick up, which is probably the earliest you can get a rare candy in the beginning of any Pokemon game, I'm almost certain.
Oh, I haven't thought about this actually, but you're probably right.
But yeah, that most likely will be useful much later on in the run. Also, we'll call that the cutoff point for the naming, so...
Okay, well, with a surprise donation of $0, with Tiffany still in the lead.
Baited.
Alright, well, before we change the name, we're going to deposit the Wooloo. It served its purpose. If you want to explain the reason for...
I'll wait for it. I'll wait a little bit, just because you can get a nice sort of visual as to when it would have mattered.
So I believe it was lowercase CF and then Ayaya was capitals.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
it does not fit nicely, but fair enough.
Yeah, and just to let everyone know, we still have the Kubfu name. How long would you say we have until Kubfu time?
That'll be the end of the Clara 3 fight, which we'll see how lucky we are, but it should be around the hour 5 or hour 10 mark, most likely.
Okay. So about 40 minutes for that incentive. Dimmadome is still at 15, so if you want something different than Dimmadome, be sure to donate for that. Also, for some later incentives, we have Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Dream Weapon Bid War between Shield, Sword, and Staff. Shield is winning at 65. I think that means that Shield is the better Pokemon version. Sword is lagging behind it at 50.
There you go.
So if you want to
Sounds
prove
legit to me.
Lies, all
Yeah.
these lies that are being.
I just
spread.
want to quickly mention that because that Leon cutscene is basically the reason you caught a Pokemon here. Because if you hadn't caught a Pokemon, he'd give you a little tutorial on how to catch stuff. So you can just So it's like it turns out to be about equivalent time wise whether you catch Pokemon or not. But you get some bonus experience out of catching something. So you might as well.
And actually getting that experience, like especially if you get a level 5 or level 6 Wooloo, can make Route 2 quicker. Depending on if we can get a tackle, like a second tackle. I think it'll always lead with tackle. That's a bit of a shame, but if you can get a double tackle, it'll put us into a chance to get Torrent, which is where when we are less than a third of our maximum health,
1/3
the start
or lower.
Pokemon get a little boost. Torrent's the one for the water starter. For grass, it's Overgrow. Overgrowth. Overgrow, same word basically. And then for the fire Pokemon, it doesn't matter. However, Rookidee hitboxes are stupid.
There's just these guys. Yeah, you think you've been slick and gone underneath it, and it's just these hitboxes in particular are just much bigger than you think.
Yeah, it's a good job because I wrote down on like a little sticky note things that I will donate extra money for. I completely forgot about the chance that I'll just run into encounters, so I didn't write that down. However, Hop Crit cutscene could happen.
Oh yes, there's still that possibility.
Yeah, that's that'll be a $15 donation if that happens at the end of the run. So got a couple of others as well, which I'll point out as we're leading up to them, and hopefully I can even remember how many have happened. Hopefully it's 0, for my own wallet's sake. For charity's sake, obviously you want a lot, but yeah. Also with this fight, we're using Worgen like the entire time because Worgen's just our most powerful move for the most part. However, that Blip Bug has a move called Struggle Bug, which has a side side effect outside of dealing damage that will lower our special attack. So in certain situations, if our attack is high enough and our special attack's low enough, we'd use Pound there, but it realistically makes no difference for the most part, unless you have very high attack. So just heading into another cutscene. And cutscenes are a very loose term because we still have to interact, we still have to like mash through like the text. Whereas like the true cutscenes, which in the options menu we removed, are just the cinematics. So there's a cinematic when being introduced to the star Pokemon that we ended up skipping over. But we still have to have long sections of mashing text.
Yeah, to this game's credit, it did introduce some. That skipping cutscenes is a feature that speedrunners have wanted for quite a while now. So they've gone some way towards helping out a little bit. I'd still like hold to mash maybe in a future game. Who knows?
Yeah, there's future main game obviously PMD Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh yes, PMD's hold to mash is really nice.
Also,
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Cutscene skips was introduced in Let's Go, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's some movie. Yeah, there was like skip something in that game. Yeah.
I don't know actually how much it skipped.
Yeah,
to be fair, Joker would know more about that.
I've completely forgotten.
Joker would know much more about that, seeing as he's a Let's Go runner. But
Sorry, what would I know more about?
how much cutscenes it actually skipped with Let's Go, with the cutscene skip thing? If you know, I have put you on the spot. To be fair,
Well, I have to think.
I feel like there's like an SSN cutscene you skip at least. I don't know. I forget.
There's
exactly
like
where they
probably
are.
like 5 or 6 in any percent, because you got the getting the Pikachu, the SSN's like the long cutscene. You have the Bill cutscene. You have an Elite, like the getting to the rival in Elite Four cutscene, Cubone cutscene. Something like 5 or 6, somewhere around there.
okay, that's not too bad. Put to use.
There's more
so,
in AOP.
Cutscenes, more
yeah,
cutscenes.
it wasn't the critical hit cutscene. So there's a chance that in this case Scorpion will use Ember, which triggers that hop cutscene. We can't do anything about it. We just gotta hope it doesn't pop up. Really. Also, I think that stats are fine.
There you go. See, what did I tell you?
I mean, I say fine as lucid. I was looking at the defense. I think the defense is fine. The special
Your
attack,
special,
no,
your
is
special
not
attack
great.
got a +2, so it's fine. That's all good. That's all I know.
Also, in certain situations, you can actually one-shot this Ricochet. This special attack would not. I'm almost certain. Or maybe there's a 116, but I don't even think there's that, to be fair. But
Unless you crit, but that introduces, you know.
yeah,
That doesn't save as much time as you might think, because Hop has something to say about that when you crit him.
yeah. However, that was the last hot fight, so I've saved $15.
Do you want your level 10 stats?
You know what? It probably would be better if I had them.
Okay, so we got 31, 15, 13, 20, 14, 20.
Hang on, wait. So that was 31, 15, 13, and then special attack is
20,
yeah,
14, 20.
yeah. Cool. That told me nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it told me the stats, but it didn't like narrow down for like a nature or anything. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's probably a decent chance it would be a neutral nature. I just know that again, I know the defense is good enough. I know the special attack is risking it. So it's fine. Hopefully.
It's fine.
To be fair, everyone knows that all the great Sobbles end up dying anyway, so maybe having a lower end.
Yeah, see, the slightly weaker Sobbles, they have more to prove, you know? So
Yeah. Hopefully it proves itself well on Onyx by at least letting it be a
Yeah.
two-shot.
Yeah.
So, got like a bit more of a cutscene, but we're going to be heading back through Route 2, which is much scarier than walking through, like going down to this house, because we don't see really what's coming up in terms of the encounter. So hopefully I will dodge everything. But there's also a very good chance that it could be something like a Zigzagoon or another Rookity that would just pop up. So we're going to be trying to...
Zigzagoon is very rare on this route, but when one does show up, it's pretty fast and can be unpredictable.
Yeah, and I don't like Zigzagoons. Partly because of that. Partly for terrible ideas that
Yeah.
don't ever need to be mentioned. Just a bit of PTSD, maybe, I don't know. So walking back up, got the first bit of grass. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Right, we're good. Past the first bit. There's also a
Yeah.
Yamper here that doesn't spawn on the way down. It's only there on the way back up. So say hi to the doggo and to the Tootle as well, but no one cares about Tootle.
Wow.
Okay, fine. I don't care about Tootle. Also, those exclamation marks, they are actually encounters as well, but it takes a bit of time for the actual encounter to happen. So you actually have to wait on the exclamation mark to actually trigger it. So if you walk through it, you're typically fine. So that's why I just walked over 2 of them.
Yeah, you can just avoid all encounters if you're good enough in this game.
Yeah, which clearly I am
Repels
not.
still exist. I'm not actually sure what they do.
The repels only do the exclamation mark encounters. So
Yeah, it
the
seems
ingrass, I think, is the technical term.
Yeah, so it seems pretty useless to me, but yeah, you don't really need repels at all in this game. Just don't
Which
hit
is-
anything.
A nice money saver, which we spend on other things in this run. To be fair, like money's not much of an issue in this combat. Like you have plenty of money. In fact, you only do 1 shop at the beginning, or I say at the beginning, in like I guess the middle of the run when we go into Motor Stoke. But yeah,
Well,
the
that's not technically true for some.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah, there is one other shop. My bad. But it's not really a shop.
It's important though.
technically you could get away with not doing the shop. It would be a terrible idea to do that, but you could get away with it if you're very lucky. I'm not, so I will definitely be doing the shop.
Okay, so from this point, you could go back to the train station in Wedgehurst, which is the starting town, and go straight to the wild area. But we do need a few more things, like the aforementioned shop in Motorstoke is very important, and also we would like a few levels because of a neat feature this game introduced.
Yes. So this game has introduced a feature where if you're a lower level than a Pokemon that you want to catch, your chances of catching it are reduced. By how much? We don't know. Somewhere between probably an 8th and a 10th. Like
I think it's probably like about 8 times less likely than it would be if you were if you weren't lower level than what you're trying to catch.
And there's also another neat feature where you just straight up can't catch Pokemon at certain levels. So I'm going to say before there's Onyx, because that is needed.
We absolutely need this experience from Onyx here.
Yeah.
It is much higher level, but it is very weak to water, and it's raining, so that boosts water even more.
Yeah, okay. Good start.
Good.
It did kill us instantly. It did it over half, so that's also good. This will be 210 if we just... Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Very nice.
So that is also $10 per death that's been saved.
Wonderful.
This is very
that Onyx can just one-shot you with Rock Slide. And Dragon Breath is a range, I think. And
it'll be a range for this special attack. But that was a very good first roll. So... very, very happy about that. And actually, Gav, if you want to talk about ranges.
Yeah, so whenever you attack, your final damage is multiplied by a percentage between 85% and 100%. So that basically gives you 16 damage rolls. And so when we talk about ranges, we talk about them in terms of whatever out of 16.
I wanted this experience.
Okay. I mean...
I forgot to save as well before this bit. Alright, we'll just try and push on, I guess, at this point. So we'll go to... Luckily, we do get... At least she does take us to Mosto. That's good. Also, you may have noticed before I went through the grass and tried to get the experience from that Pokemon, I went to this little light-up thing that got me 50 watts so I can buy a quick ball, which will be useful in a bit. But yeah, how do you think we can get around that, Garth?
I think we can get around it by explaining that, that was a complete lie, and that death was completely intentional. Because this game, this is not the last Death Warp you'll be seeing either. There's a lot of the time you don't run very fast in this game.
You do not.
You just kind of, but when you die, you just get kind of magically warped to various places. It's very generous in the wild area. She just takes you to Motorstoke if you die. And so a lot of what's been going on in the wild area is down to like all the different weathers that have taken place there, and the weather is completely determined by what date you choose. So I still don't think there's an automatic thing I don't think there's any automatic tool for that you can just like look up and see what weather it's going to be on a certain date. I could be wrong. Maybe something's been developed since I last looked, but
I don't. There's probably something out there that's been done, but nothing that I could say go here to do to find out. But there are like certain dates that are known for specific weather. So, for example, we know in this run, and before I started up the game, I set the date to the 18th of October. The year doesn't matter, but 2021, and to the time of 11:45. So that would allow us that by the point that we got to the wild area, we would have rolled over to the 19th. What that allows us to do is, first and most importantly, give us the weather. It'll give us gave us the weather, so it was raining, and we could easily defeat the Onyx, take the Death Warp with the Manetric. But what it also did was allow that Watt Trader that we talked to before we entered Motorstoke to have Quick Balls, which is it has a 5 times multiplier when thrown on the first throw. Also, yeah, this is another Death Warp. And hey, it didn't constantly use counter, so that's great.
Good stuff. Yeah. So just to be clear, the date is what determines the weather, and the number of days since you started the game is what determines the Watt Trader inventories, which is where we got the Quick Ball from.
Yeah. So while she can so we talked to the breeder again, who heals our Pokemon. We have to mash B there. If we mash A, we would go straight back to Motorstoke, and we just we'd have wasted like 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how unlucky or lucky you got with that Mudsdale to defeat us. I also talked to the person there just to give us some Pokéballs. You would not pick them up in a normal run. I just picked them up in case something runs into us, and I don't want to even risk the chance of trying to run away. But
yeah, if you're slower than an encounter, you have a chance of not being able to run away. And when we get to the Isle of Armor, there'll be a few Pokemon that are pretty tough. Some of them are pretty high leveled, and so it can be hard to escape from some of them. And the Pokédoll, just if you use it, you're guaranteed to run. So that's a little peace of mind.
Yeah, and so the reason why we need all that experience from the Onyx, getting the Quick Ball, was to guarantee the catch for this Slowpoke, which also 15 and 17. Well, the 15 was useless, but at the very least I know my defense, IVs-ish. But anyway, yeah, so all that was to catch this Slowpoke, or Galarian Slowpoke, to clear the track and allow us to enter both the DLC zones, because you can also enter the Crown Tundra. We're not doing that.
No.
But this does allow us access to the Isle of Armor, and you have to catch it. We can't just defeat it. We have to catch it. So that's why we did all that stuff. I don't even think it gives enough experience either, so you can't because I believe you could fight it over and over and gain experience.
Oh, that would be very slow though.
Yeah, it's very slow to do that. So that's why we just defeat the Onyx. Save beforehand, or you can just run into it and hope you're lucky, and if you don't get it, do the whole 30 minutes again, which was very, very fun. It's not fun at all.
Gotta love going through the start of the game over and over again.
I tell you what, though, my options menuing has improved a lot by doing that.
I'm sure.
All of that and all of the flex on mum runs, or flex on other runs even. But yeah, this is the Isle of Armor. Well, this is the train station for the Isle of Armor. We'll get introduced to the actual Isle of Armor in a second once we leave. But you will have noticed this trainer earlier. This is Clara, the better trainer that was introduced over the DLC.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that, but I'll let you say what you want to say.
Yeah, so Clara is the sword trainer that you have to fight through. She's a primarily poison type trainer. And yeah, basically she is our new rival at this point, because I don't even remember who the other person was that was the rival beforehand at this point.
I don't know. I think his name was Bob or something.
I think it was Skip, something like that.
Bob, Skip.
No.
I don't know.
It was Hal.
Oh, it was Hal.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound familiar at the very least. Probably about as useful. But yeah, so we instantly leave, introduced to the Isle of Armor, and then we have to get thrown straight into this fight because she does not want us to visit the dojo because she's afraid that we will outstage her. And what we're going to do, we're going to use 2 X special attacks, which 1 X special attack, like the first X special attack, will double your, in this case, your special attack damage output. The second one makes it so it's 3 times the original. And we're doing this setup because 1, it won't, the Veni people not killed, but Also, if we only set up 1 or if we set up 0 even, we'd end up having like this talking cutscene, which we still have talking cutscenes, but we have 1 less now. So that just saves a tiny bit of time overall. Now, if you want to do your Avery propaganda.
Yeah, sure. So the counterpart in Pokemon Shield is Avery. He's just got the most delightful facial expressions, and he's one of those guys that you really love to hate. And I guess more specifically gameplay wise, if you're interested in that, he's a psychic type trainer, and he has an Abra in this fight instead of a Slowpoke. So on this fight, generally,
so you mean Venipede instead of the Venipede.
Yeah, sorry, instead of a Venipede. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
So,
the one common Pokemon is the Slowpoke because it eventually evolves into a Poison Psychic type. But anyways, I could.
Yeah, right now it's pure Psychic, but yeah. So in this fight, the fight is pretty similar to the Clara fight. You just but you only need to use 1 X special attack, and then you're generally like put into Torrent after 2 turns, and you can finish things off that way. And if you're slower than the Abra, you actually save a turn because you can get put into Torrent. After you can like predict that you're going to get put into Torrent, and then just take out both Pokemon with Water Pulse.
So this is Diglett. This is one of 151 Diglets that you can find, including the low. This is the first one. As a bit of an idea, for every $5, we'll say, for every $5 that is raised from this moment onwards up until the end of the Clara 3 fight, which it'll be in like, hopefully, it will be in like 30 minutes. And every $5 that is, every $5 that is raised, I will find the Diglets, the equivalent Diglett.
Surprise incentive.
Yes, random incentive that I thought of last night. So, and also springing this on Thar without telling him. So, my apologies. To be fair, I mean, it's Joker's issue. He's gonna have to take track of the total right now. So, if you want me to find any Diglets, go ahead and donate for every $5 donation. Also, if you want, put in your favorite Pokemon, or least favorite Pokemon. No one talks about least favorite Pokemon, so leave that up to you.
Yeah, that's because you don't want to be reminded of it. You know, my least favorite Pokemon is CFI. No, I'm just not actually.
If we're talking about Pokemon entity, like just singular thing, then it's Candyfloss. I actually don't mind Whimsicott, but Candyfloss. But if you're talking about specific Pokemon, I think it has to be Mantine that takes the biscuit.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, my least favorite Pokemon is Seeking. I don't even know why. I just hate Seeking. I don't know what to tell you.
Fair enough. What about you, Joker?
My least favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
What kind of answer do I want to get?
I'll leave that to you.
Is
there some hidden danger there that I'm not aware of?
Yeah,
no. It's because of what Jordan said. His least favorite Pokemon was.
Fair enough. I'll give you some time to think if you want to. Also, we're going to say before this fight. Also, and just in terms of the story up to this point, we have just entered the dojo. We were not meant to be we were not even meant to be fighting Clara. To be fair, we just took the place of this other person that we talked, like that man that we talked to at the beginning.
Yeah, you probably didn't even register. There was some random guy in the train station. He just like runs away because he's scared of Clara. So you just take his place, basically.
Yeah, and instead we're basically just thrown into this dojo that's run by Mustard, and we are forced to fight him as an initiation.
This fight is kind of trash, to be honest. His mean fu can, if it doesn't cooperate, it can. It can be kind of bad.
Which
no Cherry Berry either from this.
No Cherry Berry, and yeah, to be fair, I think this could be where the issues rise with this Sobble.
Oh, he actually just dies. Damn.
Potentially dies. Yeah, it's not the best situation.
What's your defense again?
0 to 3. Also, I will put the Cherry Berry.
Oh, okay.
But like the health is not the worst, So I'll equip the Cherry Berry, which I was meant to do when I went to save, because normally I don't do it here. We'll give this another go. If not, I didn't have a Sobble for this situation because I would have gone to the backup Sobble. No,
You'll be fine. You'll get through it.
I can maybe actually. I'll do the safer fight that I've just remembered conveniently. It's not in the notes that I like specifically mentioned. It's just like a one-liner. So what I will do is instead of starting with the X special attack, we will go with the X defense. So we'll just take a little bit less damage, and hopefully this should work out fine. We still have to set up the X special attack. And okay, U-turn. Yeah,
that's kind of what you kind of want him to use Force Farm and not give him the Torrent here. But sometimes he decides he wants to do other stuff instead.
I think I just need to go for the Warbles here. And yeah, because we can't kill. Nice!
Oh man, nice!
Yes!
Wow, okay. That's really good. I think Spark could have killed you from there, even with the X defense.
Yes. I couldn't set up with X special attack because I knew I would die. So we need to get hit by... I'll get hit by Fake Out.
I think you should survive a Force Palm, I think.
I hope I survive a Force Palm.
Yeah, you should survive from there. Yeah.
Okay, good. And then that's the point of the Cherry Berry, to remove that paralysis. So, very lucky with that.
That was a pretty wild mustard fight, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But look at that.
Sobble, is it like a 10% chance for confusion?
20% with Water Pulse.
Okay. Still though.
But yeah, the chance to hit yourself for confusion is only 1 in 3. So yeah, very lucky there for that to have worked out, because if Shinx had broken through that confusion, Spark would have killed and we would have had to reset again.
Yeah, granted, having U-turn there was not convenient. The expected fight is Fake Out into Force Palm. If we get paralyzed or not, it doesn't really matter, because you would have the Cherry Berry equipped. And we would take out the Mienfoo. We'd be faster than the Shinx. And then take that out in one hit as well. So it's a nice fight when that happens. However, when U-turn happens, no, it's not a good fight. I think that's the first time I've actually survived U-turn, and it was just purely from luck. It wasn't anything I did.
See, that's why you believe in the Sobble that you get in the main.
That's what I was talking about. The Sobble just wants to prove itself.
I mean, to be fair, I was mostly worried about... I was worried about the Onyx, because that could have been a 3-turn, and that just gives it one more turn to kill me with. And then there's also a couple of ranges coming up. I think it's just the Clara 3 fight that's the worst one. If that doesn't work, or if I don't get that range. But everything else is inconvenient, but it's not the end of the world.
I love how everyone's like, "Oh, do we have to chase down these slowpokes?" And this guy just retires to his room, and then you just got to chase these absurdly fast slowpoke to get someone's dojo uniform back. It's exactly as ridiculous as it sounds, but this is what I love about this is what I love about. I love when Pokemon does stupidly goopy stuff like this. Yeah,
this is a very silly, non-serious story at all. I mean, it's actually a serious Pokemon story, but even less serious than other Pokemon stories.
Yeah, this just does not. This DLC story just is a fun little adventure. It doesn't take itself seriously at all, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Slowpokes. You can't the definition of not serious is fast Slowpokes. So
we didn't even mention this, but we got a nice thing called we got an EXP charm, which gives us a bit of it, which basically means that we now gain 50% more experience just from entering the dojo. So that's nice.
Yeah, that is very nice. Also, we did the second shop, as Garth pointed out.
Yes,
I forgot. I don't count it as a shop really. I just forgot. I just straight up forgot about it, in all honesty.
Well, in Shield, you don't have to do that shop, so
good for Shield. No, to be fair though, that is a very convenient like show up, and it solves a lot of issues. And we're going to be equipping one of the berries instantly. So swapping the Chesto berry out, we are also going to teach Muddy Water, the TR that I just picked up, which it doesn't replace TMs, but there's a fair few TRs that were introduced in the base game that just allow for a few more moves to be in, and they're just very annoying ultimately. We also heal to full, partly for safety, partly because I just think odds are I'll need to heal a lot anyway, so I may as well heal to full at this moment. And we are going to fight the first of 3 Slowpokes. All of them are level 17, all of them... Do they all I think they all have random stats, but like... Oh, random natures. But
I'm still not really sure what these guys' stats are, but they're very, very fast anyway. They the cutscenes don't lie. It's it just outspeeds you. It's just like even after you evolved, it outspeeds you. It's pretty crazy.
The one and that fight I just did there with the X special attack turn 1 followed by the Muddy Water. That is the first. Like that's how these fights will go for like this one and the second Slowpoke that I'm making my way over to. You'll see in the Slowpoke running around there. We are going to go for that one last, just because it's more convenient for another Death Warp coming up. But I think, is there any specific things that need to be mentioned at this point? Other than Muddy Water is it's not 100% accurate. There's a 15% chance we will miss Muddy Water, at which point I will be very sad.
Yeah, I mean it's a great move when it hits. It's 50% more powerful than Water Pulse is, and we're in the rain as well. That gives us. This is another reason why you choose this date. There's rain on this route when you're fighting these Slowpoke. Just don't miss.
So outside of that, Shoka, if you have any messages or anything that's come in, this is the perfect time probably.
Okay, so just gonna say once again, we are raising money for RAD. RAD is Rise Above the Disorder. RAD is a non-profit dedicated to removing the 2 greatest barriers to mental health care, access and affordability. Their mission is to provide a universal mental health care system to people around the world. They have already helped over 35,000 people in 133 different countries. Also, just want to say we have a $5 donation from Sanjan saying, Eevee, one of the worst and most overrated Pokemon, at me. So,
I mean, I full on agree, to be honest.
Yeah,
Everyone
there's the Eevee slander.
Welcome opinion here, at least from me.
So that's one Diglett that we have going on for that incentive. And then we still have the Cub Fu naming incentive. Dimidome's still in the lead at $15. So if you want to knock Dimidome off the throne, you gotta get them soon, because we only have like about 15 minutes?
15, 20. Again, it depends purely on certain fights.
Yeah.
So,
15, 20 minutes for that?
Dang, knock Dimmadome off the throne. That was really good. I was pretty impressed by that.
Yeah. But yeah, so after this run, we have Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD, and we have a bid war going on that for the Dream Weapon. Shield is currently still winning at 65. Sword is at 50, and Staff is at 10. So, Pokemon Shield is the best version.
There you go.
People should be donating towards Sword, I think, in my opinion. But, we continue with the story. We got Clara's dojo clothes back, which she never wears. So we had to find the Slowpoke anyway. Yeah, they just happened to take the clothes, so it's like a secondary thing anyway. But at this point, basically because we defeated all of the Slowpokes, everyone's being given a second chance for the second trial.
Yeah, which Pokemon do you like best, guys? Jordan will pick whichever Pokemon he can't actually do that.
No, I can't pick. I have to. I mean, I could pick Squirtle if I want to be risky.
It would be if you pick Squirtle in this game, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, trust me. If I could pick Squirtle, I would. But I'm not
in Pokemon Shield, it's slightly faster to pick Squirtle because it's a shorter cutscene.
Is it actually a short cutscene?
There's not a lot in it, but
Yeah,
it is a little bit shorter.
Fair enough. I never knew that. But so yeah, we get given a gift because it'd be fair if like we did all the hard work and everyone just gets a freebie and we got nothing effectively compared to them. I think that's the justification behind this. So we pick Bulbasaur. It'll be useful later, for one fight in particular, and also for dying. But we can be quiet about that bit. Don't want to make people cry just yet with that.
If you're wondering why Charmander's not here, Charmander is actually in the main game. Leon uses a Charizard, and you get a free one as part of the story, so they just didn't want to double up on that because Squirtle and Bulbasaur weren't in the games before the DLC.
Yeah, so we're just going to deposit the Bulbasaur because if we keep it with us, there's a fight coming up, and it will gain a lot of levels. And even though it's just outside the fact that it gains levels, it's slower because it's more dirty and it doesn't die as easily. So we need to make it so that it stays at level 5. So that's why it's going into the box, and we will not see it until we need it. But luckily, we don't have to walk through the. We just get taken kind of towards where we need to go for the second task. We're looking for some mushrooms, specifically max mushrooms, which are a very, very helpful item throughout this run. They give a +1 stage boost. So I mentioned X special attacks will boost by 2, and like it'll double your special attack for next special attack in that case. What max mushroom will do, it'll only multiply by 1.5 compared to like the base stats that you have, but it does it for all the different stats. So for attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed, it will multiply it effectively in battle by 1.5 for like the first max mushroom, and then it do for 2 max mushrooms it double the original, and so on. So just walking our way through the forest, going the quickest path, and trying to dodge everything as possible that we could. Honestly, at this point, we're just there's a lot of walking that does happen in this room. We're going to be picking up a very helpful item here, making sure we don't run into the Scyther. I wasn't sure which way it was going to go. We're picking up a Moo Milk, which just heals 100 HP. It's a nice, convenient item that we'll use to heal later on.
Yeah, this...
Go.
As a Let's Go runner, running through that area is painful because it has all the 1% we need for the AOP run. So yeah. Game Freak just got to put them all there, like taunting us. Like,
you went right past a Diglett, Jordan. What the heck are you doing?
Oh, the Diglett's going to be picked up after the Clara section.
Okay.
It's nervously for after that to give people time.
Oh, yeah, I see. You're going to save more to the end. I see. Gotcha.
Just for anyone wondering, we are doing a incentive for every $5 until the Clara 3 fight.
This is Clara 2.
Jordan, it's Clara 2, yeah. So until then, we will pick up Diglets for every $5. Currently, we're at 1 Diglett, so
yes.
We have how much longer until Clara 3?
So the actual fight itself will be in probably like 5 minutes, but it's after the end of that fight, and that could take a very long time potentially.
Okay, so if you want to see Jordan pick up more Diglets, start some donating.
Yeah. Also, that's a range with lower end special attack, like we currently have, because we've taken this solo after being peer pressured. 37. So yeah, it's like 10 to 70. I don't know what exactly that we have, but we're going to use Water Pulse on this. This is the only thing after we get Muddy Water that we slowly just use Water Pulse on. Everything else needs Muddy Water to be killed. Also, I think this Whirlipede's also going to be arranged, so hopefully we'll get this one. The Slowpoke was 11 and 16. This should be a 14 and 16. And we got that one, so that's good at least. So an 87.5% chance of getting that. We are not going to teach Tear Full Luck. It is not useful at all. And that's Clara defeated again. So, just trying to think at this point. We're just going to be needs to do another death warp. How's that fight going in Shield, Gar?
Yeah, in Shield, that fight's actually scarier than in Shield, than in Sword, because you get outsped by Avery's Kadabra. So that just gives more chances for you to get confused by, like, because Slowpoke gets you confusion, but Kadabra can hit you with Side Beam, and that can confuse you, and it can be a bad time if you're unlucky. You just like take more hits. If your special defense is bad, you have to do more healing. You absolutely have to be in Torrent by the end, because his final Pokemon has an ability that ignores your X special attacks, but doesn't ignore. But it doesn't ignore your when you're in Torrent. So it's a bit scary.
Yeah, so Cubone a riskier thing to death warp with. I just always go for the closest thing that's there. It just happens to be a Cubone, unless it's a Chansey. I'll never go for a Chansey. Oh, I believe Torkoal's not meant to be good either, but I've never seen one there.
Your Sandshrew and Kangaskhan are pretty good to death warp on.
Yeah, they're the best. Kangaskhan's pretty rare, so typically you'll see it, or you'll typically hope for Sandshrew. But yeah, the Cubone just kept using False Swipe, and so False Swipe is a move that will take you down to 1 HP. If you're on 1 HP, it will just keep you on 1 HP. So, as False Swipe a couple of times. They use Fling, but it's not holding an item. And Fling only deals damage if it's holding an item. So, eventually it headbutted me. But, to be fair, that could... no, I was going to say that could be worse. Technically, yes, it could be worse, but that still was not good. But,
yeah,
I guess compared to everything that we've had so far, I can't complain about the luck that I've had, so that's fair.
We are at 2 Digletts.
Oh.
With an anonymous donation of $5. No comment.
Nice,
so.
Nice.
Clara saves the run here because she uses her own max mushrooms in the max soup, saving them for you and that's very helpful.
Yes. I guess technically, if we had to use our own, we could just find some max mushrooms, but that would be a lot slower.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to do
we
that.
do very much appreciate Clara for doing that, but we are just going very quickly. So I swapped in the Bulbasaur for the Death Warp. I'm going to bring in Drizzile back at this point because it has evolved, and we are going to give it a Petra Berry for this upcoming fight. We're also going to leave it in slot 2 for a very... I don't know who pointed this out as like, was it actually you, Garth, that allowed the mention?
I don't think. No, I don't know. I'm not sure who it was exactly, but yeah, I think it's but yeah,
it's very clever.
You'll see it. You'll see anyway.
We'll point it out in a bit, but it is a very clever shot. But just before we go into the final trial where we have to fight Clara. And yeah, we basically just have to defeat Clara for this final trial to get... I don't know what the specific term was called that must have used the entire... I think it's the Shield of Isle of Armor or something that's there that we get given at the end of the trials. But basically, we're going to get a reward if we can defeat Clara in this perfectly fair...
Yeah, I think he just calls it the armor, I think, of the...
Armor, that's it.
Because, it is the Isle of
Armor. Yeah, Isle of
Armor.
Armor. Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, perfectly fair fight. Clara has done nothing at all right there. She's just standing in the middle waiting for us and decides to run over us because she's that eager and excited to fight us, and we're going to save. We're going to save here. That's a very quick time so far. I don't have a live split on my end, so I don't actually know how quick this is going. I don't want to know either as of right now. But I'd rather just leave. Maybe part of the reason why this is going well is because I don't know how well this is going. But either way, everyone's coming along to cheer us on and cheer Clara on for this fight. How Mustard's got there that fast, we will never know. But he did.
Wait, what? How did he? Yeah, geez, I never even noticed that. He was just what? He was right next to all the others of us just a literal second ago.
What's that? What's that glaring?
What the heck?
What's that glaring? Hopefully, it's not going to cause issues. Yeah, it's probably nothing. So she leaves with a Scorpy. Scorpy is the worst thing about this fight. Second worst thing about this fight. So what was this? Some toxic spikes. That's quite inconvenient. It'd be a shame if we had a poison Pokemon lead. Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah, the reason why we have to pick Bulbasaur, or it's a lot better to pick Bulbasaur, is that it's part poison, which will clear the toxic spikes on the pitch. So yeah, just a nice safe shot. I mean, I use this in my my PB. So we're going to just set up like normal now. We're going to start off with the Max Mushroom to boost our defense from Poison Fang. We're going to hope we don't get poisoned. It's a 50-50 chance. That's not good, but that's why we have the Petra Berry, and we're going to hope that we don't get poisoned this turn.
Yeah, I mean, you could do without this, but
okay.
do without the Bulbasaur. But if you did, you have a higher chance of getting poisoned because toxic spikes are an entry hazard that poisons whatever gets sent in. And but if you have a grounded poison type, they absorb the toxic spikes and clear them from the field. So what was supposed to happen is that you were supposed to, just not get poisoned because you have a Petra Berry and you absorb the toxic spikes. That's 2 lines of defense. Yeah. But nice 50% poison on both poison fangs. So
it's
great.
Not ideal. Luckily, we hit the muddy water, so we can at least try and get through this fight. We're gonna have to. I mean, to be fair, I think with this HP and special defense, it might be the case anyway that we need to hope we don't have the ability Quick Draw bring up with Slowbro. Quick Draw is, if you're familiar with Pokemon games, there's an item called Quick Claw, which is a 10% chance to
20%.
allow you. Is it 20%? Okay, 20% chance to allow you to attack first. Quick Draw is basically that, but 30%. So very inconvenient when, especially in this situation, it will kill us. I think it can kill you if you even don't get poisoned with certain, certain special defenses that you have.
Yeah, you do at least see before it Dynamaxes whether it uses whether the Quick Draw activates, so you can reset immediately if you see it.
Yeah. So I guess at this point, actually, I realize we're gonna need to be waiting on the Kofu. So maybe actually after we got a runnable Kofu, we can cut off the Diglett incentive or the Diglett hunt.
Yeah, as an update, anonymous $30 donation, no comment. So $40, 8 Diglets.
8 Diglets. Okay.
Wow.
Good.
Do you know the location of 8 Diglets? Well, yeah. How many? Do you know the location of all the Diglets? Because I never found them casually.
All the Diglets, no. I have a guide in case, but I also do know a good few locations.
Okay. I
do technically have the world record for all land Diglets.
Oh. How many land Diglets are there?
I believe it is just it's something like 101, 104.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them on the land. Or I say on the land. I think they're all technically on land, but that you have access to without the water bike is 104 or something. So, at the very least, I do know the location of 8. And I should know at least the location of 20. Or if not, I've got the guide as a backup.
Oh, I should mention this fight in Pokemon in Shield as well. This fight in Shield is actually pretty good. Avery sets up Psychic Terrain instead of setting Toxic Spikes, which boosts the power of Psychic moves, which actually helps you a bit because it helps you get into Torrent. So you just set up twice and sweep his team ideally. It's very nice in Shield.
Just as a thought, so you say in Shield, you take any Diglett, not any Diglett, any Selval. We're also just going to save quickly here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd reset if my special attack was really bad, but yeah, the same restrictions as in just 10 IV attack, yeah, 10 IV special attack rather.
So I assume you could probably if we did Torrent shots, we could probably do the same things. It's just we don't want to deal with Torrent.
you happen to be in Torrent there, but
I happen to be, but it's
won't
not
always happen.
Common. Yeah. So this is Kofu. This is the armor of the Isle of Armor, I guess. We need very specific stats, and by specific, or at least specific minimums, we need at least 22 attack and at least 22 speed, which I think 22 attack is not too bad. 22 speed is a bit more difficult. We also need at least a minimum of like a specific health.
You can get away with 21 speed as well. You can if you get an extra level, but you want 22 or
maybe,
more.
Maybe with the car boss as well, just for safety. I don't know if that would make a difference.
Yeah, it can do.
So just very quickly, we're going to see what stats these have, whilst also depositing them because we don't need them for now. Oh.
Is this good?
Yeah, this is very good. This is actually level 18, isn't it? Or it's at least like we can get away with...
we're still 22 speed, so you do.
Oh, we're 22 speed.
You do need level 20.
Oh, and also very quickly because I forgot, I need to change the date.
But nice to have good attack though.
Yeah, that is very good. We're not going to be worrying about damage output at least. But we need to change the date because we are going to be looking for Blissies and Diglets, I guess, at this point. And I'll be picking them up whilst looking for the Blissies. So, how many Diglets was that total in the end? So was it the 8? Joker?
That's what you said earlier, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
yes. 8.
So
I'm
going to make my way over to one of the, or a couple of Diglets, because I know there's a few in this direction, whilst also looking for the Blissies.
Yeah, Blissey they're pretty easy to spot. Yeah, you're not going to miss them, but
yeah, you're not going to miss them at all. So,
but they are quite rare though.
So there's one here.
What we're basically trying to do here is level up quickly, and Blissey gives a huge amount of experience, and this is why we changed the weather to fog, because if it wasn't foggy, you get Chansey here instead, which also gave quite a lot of experience, but not as much as Blissey.
Yes. So there should be one more Diglett over here, if I remember correctly. And
if only you had a bike.
Yeah, if only I had a bike, that would be very convenient. Also, I feel like I must have walked past a Diglett. So, so we basically walked over.
That's how I felt like all the time.
Yeah, the Diglets are very like you can only see like the tiny tufts of the hair, and maybe like the very top of the head. But there's a good few Diglets around in this section. I think in here there's 19 different Diglets that you can find.
Walking around is also nice though, because as well as getting levels, we also want to increase our friendship, our bond with Kubfu, for the story to progress.
Yeah, so we have another Diglett over here.
And walking around does help with that.
Do you know what number Diglett that is?
That one specifically, no. I don't know the numbers of any other than number 1. Because we are forced to find that Diglett.
No. I meant out of the 8.
Oh, that one was that was the 3rd one. So that is that.
Still no Blissey yet. Where are
still
they?
no Blissey. This can take like 8 minutes. Like, it's not uncommon.
This happens. I mean, you know, they're around here is a pretty decent spot because there's quite a lot of grass around here.
So, I mean, to be fair, there's Diglets all over the island, so I guess we could actually find more Diglets if more donations come in. But the primary aim right now is to find those 8 Diglets, and then also find the Blissies. So we're going to be cycling around this area a lot. So in the meantime, if you have any more messages and stuff, this is again a very good time.
Yeah, this is 6 Diglets, I think.
Yeah, 6 Diglets at this point.
Okay, so just gonna update some of the stuff. So for the Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Dream Weapon Bid War, Shield is now at $70, Sword is at $50, and the Staff is at $10. So Shield is now winning by $20. Also after there's the first one. After the Kingdom.
Oh,
go
15. So if it as very quickly, the Blissies are either they can be anywhere from level 10 to level 15. Don't you dare do this, Blissey. It can... Okay, good. So, the higher level Blissies do have a move called Echo Voice, which, I think another Echo Voice could kill us, but we're going to hope it doesn't do that and take out this Blissey. But if we can defeat this Blissey, this will give the most experience. No! No! Okay, so we just get sent back to the dojo. It's not a big deal. But it's just a bit of a shame.
Dang minus special defense.
Yeah. It's not great. That, to be fair, I meant like there was a couple of days ago, Garth, like came into my showers. I was doing this, and like I've never seen people die to.
Yeah, now I've seen it
forward.
like I've seen it like in the last 2 days. I've seen it happen several times to.
Yeah, it's happened to
Jordan.
me. It's third or fourth time now. So anyway, that's Diglett number 7. That's 7. Twist. Yeah, it's through here. I can get to it. This is number 8. So
8.
at this point, if there is any more $5 donations and I just happen to know there's a Diglett there, I will definitely go towards it. If not, I'll just go on my way and try and find a Diglett. But I definitely don't, because again, it's not a quick cutscene. Oh, it's not a words. I thought I saw a cutscene then. It's not like a massively long cutscene to find the Diglett, so I think we're on again. I saw that we're on pretty decent timers right now. So
Okay, well, so I just want to mention that the Kung Fu has to be named Dimmadome.
I forgot to
Oh
name
yeah,
it.
we forgot about it, didn't we?
Alright,
We
it's
all forgot
okay.
about it.
We'll go to the other Kung Fu that I've got. I have prepared for this situation. Actually, wait, no, I didn't prepare for this situation. This is my issue. I will do this all again.
Wait, what happened?
Like the backup Kung Fu that I've got, it's set up to be after all the Blissey finding. So
Oh, okay.
I could just go to that one, to be fair, and I could change the name there. I'm already on the change date. I am flustered, but it's fine. So into the options, do give nicknames.
Oh yes, we can do that. Oh yes, we can do that from here, can't we? And then get so we won't have the same Cub Fu now, but
Yeah.
hopefully this one will be even better. Maybe we can only need to reach level 18 or 19. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we didn't make any progress, so
It's true. Yeah.
this is effectively just like, hey, we've been looking for like a Blissies for like 5 minutes, and we hadn't found one. Let's just pretend that happened. It's a good job. Everything up to this point has gone quite well, other than the mustard fight. I have to find all the Diglets again as well.
You found it. That's
I
fine.
don't think you have to find it. I think we're all. I think it's fine. I think I
fine.
believe you that you found the Diglets before.
Yeah.
So it's still Dimmadome, I believe.
Yeah, capital D. Everything
Yeah.
else is lowercase.
Is it Dimmadome? I don't actually remember how.
Two M's? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct. You're correct.
Okay, good. So Dimmadome,
Yes.
good. So, to be fair, I'm surprised it's taken this long for me to make that type of mistake. I would have expected something like I forgot to save before Clara and then got a quick draw. I'd have expected something like that to happen earlier. So to say I've got this far, that's quite good for me.
Did you check the stats?
I did not check the stats.
Gotta check the stats.
It's all crumbling apart.
Oh, that's too slow.
That's too slow. So we'll do this again.
That is
It's
way
it takes
too
like a
slow.
minute.
My goodness, that's like
Yeah, that was very slow.
that's like
That's
the
not even
minimum
the-
speed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not even the speed I can,
Very,
like,
very
maybe go
slow.
Yeah, it's not even a speed I can go for like an extra Blissey for
Goodness
that.
me, 18 speed. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will get to practice how to spell Dimmadome.
I don't think it's
well.
absolute minimum, but it's very low.
I'm also just going to check. Did it? Aha. Let's save this again. So it's now saved with the name thing, so I don't have to go through that all again. It takes like a minute for this to happen. Like I said, worst case scenario, we will just take a unrunnable Kung-Fu. I've got a Kung-Fu set up. And I can rename it in the Pokemon Center because I was smart and went ahead and actually got the ability to fly, so I can just fly in different places.
Cheater.
I know, but for the purpose of... I had to make this as idiot-proof as I could, and it was worth it. It was very worth it in this situation. So...
But fine, I believe in this Cub Fu.
No, typical Pokemon luck, waste it all on the first thing. So, and then all these are going to be bad. We've probably got like...
Fine,
this is
come
actually
on.
probably a good
Just-
time.
just
to actually
21,
find out-
just give us 21 speed at least. That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the current timer actually at right now? because this would be a good idea for me to know, just so I know how long I can do this for and get away with it.
Yeah, 119.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's. I can maybe get away with a couple more if I want to just be a bit safer about it. But it's gonna be fine because it's not legit at this point. Actually, no, I think that is good enough. Oh no, 33-17 is technically not, but I can just fight another. I can fight another Blissey or two, try and get like a higher level to make up for that. And I'm gonna have to be extra careful anyway, saving throughout the tower. So I'll just be even extra more careful.
You'll be fine. You can if you reach level 20, you can.
Yeah.
You can just do that. Whatever. Yeah. You can. Yeah. The other stats aren't too important if you reach level 20. Your other stats do start coming into play if you try and take the tower on. If you try and take the final challenge on at lower levels than 20, but you get a nice partly because of the level boost you get. You get like a boost to your damage depending on when you reach a level ending in 0, 3, 5, or 8, just because of how the damage formula works. So that helps you out a bit.
Yeah, but ultimately at this point, we're going to be looking for Blissey's for hopefully not too long now, but we will be looking for Blissey for a bit. So, is there any other things that kind of need to be mentioned that I can't remember? Maybe Garth at this moment. Or...
I guess we could. I guess we could mention that there's like an alternative to this Blissey grinding strat. You could go to other areas of an island and try and fight higher level Chansey instead. The problem is that those Chansey have Sing and can put you to sleep, which you don't really want that while you're trying to take them out.
Yeah, just equip a Chesto berry. Nah. I mean, you could actually probably.
You could, I suppose.
That'd be a sword exclusive because you don't do that berry shopping.
Yeah, you don't do that you don't do the berry shop in Shield because you don't need Pecha berries. But
also, I should explain. I'm trying to approach Blissey's from the back. If they see you, they will run away. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah, they run pretty slowly, so they probably won't disappear. But you don't want to take that chance.
Yeah, it can get very close depending on how far away they spot you.
Level 12 is not. It shouldn't be too dangerous, hopefully.
I don't think it knows Echo Voice. I've never seen one use Echo Voice.
Echo Voice is level 8, so it does know that.
Maybe I just get lucky then. But either way, that'll just give us like a good bit of experience. So now if we do come across like a level 15-1, we shouldn't die. I like to say should. This is Pokemon. Anything can happen still. I could get crit. But it should be fine at this point. So yeah, Joker,
we got 4 levels from that, so you know that's just the power of Blissey.
Yeah, and again, that was not even a high level Blissey. I'm gonna hide behind the tree for a second so it can walk a bit more forward.
Sneaky.
Also, I have there's a million different ways that you can level up with this. So level 51, that actually might be the I was a bit lower on the defense, so I might go for one more Blissey to play it safe. But I think if I have a look at the calculations, I think I do need to fight one more Blissey anyway. I could candy actually. I could candy, yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll be alright.
But because I'm slightly lower health, again, I'll
you don't need it. You don't need it.
I'll look around for a tiny.
You don't need it.
You never know. It's better to be safe.
You're not gonna. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
We'll give one more lap around for the good luck.
You don't need any more.
Chat, we think Jordan is fine, right?
Jordan's
right?
fine.
He should just go on, right?
Come on, Jordan.
I mean, it's one lap for good luck. Everyone knows that.
You don't need any more. I'm not. What are you worried about specifically? By the way, I'm just kind of curious.
Specifically the Kupu, the final fight.
The Kupu.
Yeah, because that is tight on the defense and HP end. If we see a Chansey, I will run into that straight away. but typically you don't see a Chansey.
I think you're
but,
really. I don't think you. I think if you're level 20 for it, you don't. You're not really worried. No matter what your stats are,
it can be
really.
an issue. I can save beforehand and hope for the best. But again, if I do see a Chansey, I will run into it. Let me promise you that. But yeah, in this section though, we've got like we're going to be going around the island. And doing like the specific task that Mustard set us, which is to show Khufu the world, and that gives like the side effect of increasing its happiness. So Mustard has sent out 4 different people to scenic locations, so we can spend time with the Khufu in those locations. We go to 3 of them. One of them is just way far out of the way, and it's not got any benefit to go to. And like 3 is enough. I think. Can 2 be enough? Maybe in certain situations.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd risk it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd never risk it, but I think technically it could be.
I mean, you can probably tell based on the messages, I suppose.
Dodge the blooper.
But it doesn't take too long to get to see another scene. So
Yeah.
I think. But I guess if the message tells you that you're best of friends, you don't have to do another one, and you can just death warp with your Kanto starter.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be death warping with the Kanto starter anyway.
Yeah.
Whether that, I mean, it's probably not going to be needed, but I'm not opposed to seeing Bulbasaur faint.
Wow. All right then. See how it is. Oh, we should also mention the other category of Tower of Two Fists. This is the Get Urshifu category. There is actually another category called Don't Get Urshifu. Basically, what happens is that ordinarily you can't climb the tower with any other Pokemon besides Kubfu, but if you release Kubfu from your box, when you go to Mustard, he'll be like, I don't see Kubfu anywhere. There's no point in doing this without Kubfu. Do you want to just do it anyway? And then you can just do it, and everyone just kind of gives you the cold shoulder as you're doing it. Like Mustard will be like, to reiterate, there's no point in any of this because you don't have Kubfu anymore. So I don't know why we're bothering. And when you battle everyone in the tower, they all just have triple ellipses and don't say anything to you. It's just. No.
It is brilliant, and
everyone's so passive aggressive towards you. It's great.
It's so passive aggressive, but it's also just a much safer category as well because you don't have to rely on Kubfu stats, so you can just go up with because at least for Sword, I assume it'd be the same in Shield. Actually, you just use the Drizzile that you have. Or alternatively, if you doing the Ninetales route of this, you use Ninetales. Would be my assumption. Yeah. I don't think anyone's ever thought about it personally using that, but
so some people have done that, right?
They do it for Get Urshifu, so I know like Ryzukun has a very top time with it. Conception 2 does quite a few runs.
Yeah, the advantage of the Ninetales route is that you don't need X special attacks because you can reteach Nasty Plot.
Yeah, it is a bit you have to do a bit more walking around the wild area though, and ultimately this is
because you need to get the Firestone and all that. Yeah.
So the last scenic view. Whilst we're in this area, we're going to pick up a couple of items.
Yeah, this is where the cheese comes in, guys.
Yeah, this is arguably some of the the smartest and cheesiest routing in. God,
I love the cheese Pokemon. So much.
Yeah, which Garth actually.
I think me and Etiquette kind of both did the same thing independently.
Yeah. So basically, we're picking up that item, which was the Rocket Helmet, which deals I don't know how much damage specifically.
1/6 of the max HP.
Alright, so it deals 1/6 of the max HP when you get hit by a contact-based move, which we get hit by contact-based moves, and we also get Reversal, which deals more damage as you have less health. Now, very quickly, I am going to get close to the red period, but before I encounter it, I'm actually going to teach this stuff first, because I'll forget, based on track record at this point. So we're going to teach Reversal onto over Focus Energy. We're going to leave the Rocket Helmet for now. It's not important as of yet. And then now we are going to swap out the Kufu and bring in Bulbasaur. And run straight into a level 60 Rhyperior.
What a mistake. No.
No, no.
Dude, it was right there.
Oh,
He could have gone right around it.
I was not paying attention.
I guess it sucked you in with its gravitational pull. It's a big boy. Big girl, sorry.
Also it had to use a recoil move, so slower. But yeah. That, again, as always, it takes us back to the dojo. And we can talk to Mustard. You don't actually have to swap the Kufu in, which I never realized for a good while. I will need to swap the Kufu back in. It won't let me into the tower when I have a Kufu available. So it's not like I'm going to punish myself by going to the tower with a level 5 Bulbasaur.
And if you don't have enough friendship here, you have to raise it by going into Pokemon Camp.
Yes.
Don't ask if you're wondering why I know that. Well, that's what I do in my PP.
Yeah,
because I Deathwarped with Kubfu, and it was not a good idea.
Yeah, so you can get away with Deathwarp and Kufu, which I never knew. Until Garth pointed out to me a couple of days ago. But based on the what abilities you get, how much you've walked around and stuff, it can be an issue, and you should in those situations use the Kanto starter. So actually,
yeah, I think in Jordan's situation, he probably could have.
Yeah, I probably would have
with Kubfu. He hasn't, but he hasn't tried that really, so you don't risk it.
That's the one Bouffalon, by the way, that will not charge at you. That Bouffalon's a friend.
I didn't realize there were different Bouffalon behaviors. Oh, what was that? Goodness me!
It spawned in the blind spot of the character.
Shootle, no.
It came back. It
came back because it was like, who cares about Shootle, right? And here it is. Who cares about Shootle now, Jordan?
Still not me. Walk away from that Shootle though, just in case.
Yeah. But
yeah. Go ahead.
While Jordan's walking to this tower, I'm just gonna say once again, we are raising money for RAD, Rise Above the Disorder. RAD is a nonprofit dedicated to removing the two greatest barriers to mental health care, access and affordability. Their mission is to provide a universal mental health care system to people around the world. They've already helped over 35,000 people in 133 different countries. So we're trying to help them reach more people because not enough people have access to mental health care.
All right. Chansey.
Yeah.
You don't need it, dude.
I think I need it.
You don't need it.
It's playing safe.
Oh, for goodness sake. Well, anyway, while we're in this forest, we might as well mention that there are actually two towers that you can climb up. The Tower of Waters is actually quite a lot closer than the Tower of Darkness, which is the one we're going to. But the Tower of Darkness is just much better for Kubfu to fight because everything there is weak to fighting. If you go up Tower of Waters, you have to face I think one of them's a Meryl and it's Water Fairy and it's it resists your fighting move and it's not a good time. So it's just the battles just end up making it worth it to go to take the extra time to go to the Tower of Darkness.
And so yeah, it's a much better choice. Also, just the fact that as well with Kufu being a fighting type Pokemon, the super effectiveness allows us to get away with a fair bit, which we will take advantage of to the utmost degree.
And they recommend a certain level for you to
they do
come into the tower.
So
what level did they recommend?
Yeah, just as a note, we are currently level 18 thanks to that Chansey. Just as a prediction, what would everyone think?
If you raise it to at least level 30, it'll go smoothly. I think we're fine.
We're fine. I believe. So, I don't need to say for this one. This one, so this is going to start off with this trainer who has a Zorua. We can take this out in 2 moves. It's it might be a bit faster than us. If it's not faster than us, there's a decent chance it will use Sucker Punch anyway. We do want to take a bit of damage, just to make this the second fight. There's 5 fights in the tower, but we want to take a bit of damage. Yeah, this should be very good. I wonder if that's actually a bit too much damage. I'll save beforehand, just in case, and risk it.
I don't know what your defense is.
It was 17 at 10, so it's
I don't
a bit
know
on
what
the
that
lower
is.
end.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit awkward. We'll save.
If it's low, you probably do die.
Yeah. Best case scenario, we'll end up on 1 HP. Because that
Yeah,
would
you
save me.
can. Yeah. it's fine.
Yeah.
You can just endure that. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Actually, no, because I need to do the.
This is actually pretty good because you don't need to layer it. No, you don't need to.
Oh well, I've already. All right, let's hope we survive. Okay, I survived. Good.
Oh, you survived anyway. Never mind. Then who cares?
So
Fine. Easy.
just enjoy for safety for.
Easy game.
Yeah.
I went for low kick. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So actually, I need to hope I'm faster, but. Okay, we're faster, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So we safely get past the Scraggy, which is the second fight. There's 5 fights in total. I'm going to use the rare candy now.
Yeah, the layer is more just like stall a turn if you're at high HP, and then you can because if you use endure multiple turns in a row, it can fail. It only has a 1 in 3 chance of succeeding on a successive turn, so you don't really want that to bite you.
Probably a bit early to give this, but I'm in the menu, and you can maybe just set me. Oh, I should be fine with this attack actually, but with
you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
No
but with
worries.
lower end attack, if you equip the rocky helmet, it would safely get you through this because it is a range. So I will need to endure because I'm at 5 health, because I leveled up and then also gave the rare candy, and then this will, especially with that damage, allow us to reversal and take out the Inkay. And I think realistically, so actually I had 27. Oh, I had 27. We will use a potion and the Aurum Berry. Potion.
Yeah, this is a little unfortunate just because you can't quite heal to safety with a potion. Because you really just want one hit to knock you into good reversal range.
Yeah, but the issue with this defense is it's expected to use 17 to 22, so potion it might not be good enough.
And one hit might not put you into like reversal 100 power. I don't think we've really explained reversal. It basically does more damage. It's basically more powerful depending on how low your HP is in comparison to your max health. At maximum power, it's 200 power.
Yeah. So in that situation, I don't know if that would have killed. Actually, 100 power. Because I don't know the specific things for reversal health wise.
Yeah, that would have been like I think 80 power. So I think Rocky Helmet was required there.
Yeah, so worked out well. We are not going to mess around here. We need to heal to fall.
Yes.
Moonwalk. We're going to
and
save.
This is where the cheese comes in. Here we go.
Yeah. Also,
the cheese might not be so obvious that this is like the full extent of this cheese might not be obvious at a first glance.
Yeah, but it is something very special. Again, I mentioned it. I think this is one of the smartest bits of Rodden. Maybe definitely in this game, I'd say.
So
sword.
Yeah,
I try to hedge my bets as much as I can.
It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah, so what we are going to do, we're going to start off with a Max Mushroom. As mentioned before, it increases all of our stats effectively by 1.5. And so it allows us to be faster than the Khufu, like the opponent Khufu. And also give us an increase in the defense, which hopefully we should live. It's going to be a bit risky with the HP the defense that we had. So we'll see if we do survive or not. We do just survive. I'm going to endure because that will then allow us to get hit again.
Jeez.
No, it's so we can, because I don't know again specific things, but that deals a tiny bit more damage, and then we'll use reversal. We are faster, and that defeats the Kubfu.
Yeah, this Kubfu is actually the opponent's Kubfu is actually holding an item called a Focus Sash, which means that it cannot be knocked out by a hit at full health. That's just another part of the Rocky Helmet doing additional damage. So yeah, it takes like 1/3 of its max health from hitting you twice, and then you can just take it out with reversal after boosting, like, because the boost to your attack, defense, and speed with max mushrooms is all helpful for this fight. It's like they almost prevented this cheese by giving it the Focus Ash, but they gave you a Rocky Helmet. They gave you a way around. I love it.
When's time?
So the time will be on the fade out after we evolve Kubfu.
Yeah, we haven't got Urshifu yet. It's not going to be too far away, but we're almost there.
You know,
yeah. So
that strat was really Gouda. Yeah.
So yeah, we evolve by talking to a scroll. I don't know. I don't know. It's what it is. What it is. So we'll evolve the Kubfu. There's a little bit of like text and like text mashing come up, and it'll be on the fade out time. So yeah, thank you. I guess this will be the best time to thank you. Thank you for like allowing me to run this marathon. This is one of my favorite runs. But like it's a very unique run, especially for like later generation Pokemon. It's very short in comparison to other runs, so it's like at least to me it's very nice and convenient, especially if you don't have too much time but do want to do a Pokemon speedrun. Then this is definitely a category you should consider looking at. Thank you as well, Garth, for commentating and correcting me on the mistakes of stuff that I've said, which I do very much appreciate. And yeah, I think I'll say that as well. Thank you for thank you for everyone that's like donating money for Dimmadome. It took a while for me to remember to name it Dimmadome, or the Jokers tell me to name it Dimmadome. And
hey,
by the way, this is time. So yeah, what can I say? We have an Urshifu behind us.
There it is.
Garth, if you have anything you want to say.
No, just yeah. Thanks for inviting me to commentate. This was a lot of fun. I also really enjoy this category. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just
if you
good run,
want to, if you're interested in any Pokemon speedruns, not just this one in particular, there's a multitude of different Discords based on the console or the generation, depending, and there's a load for the side games as well.
This game in particular has so many different categories. It's ridiculous. You can just there's all kinds of things you can do with this game. If you whatever you're interested in, like short runs, long runs, there's plenty of things that you can route yourself with all the alternative main Pokemon you can use. So yeah, this game in particular is great to just like jump into, and you'll find a run for you, no matter what your inclination is.
Yeah, so all the different Discords will be linked on the individual speedrun.com leaderboards, and yeah, I can't think of anything else. So once again, thank you, and hopefully everyone has a good rest of the time with their